What is up, guys? Adrian here from Launch TV, and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be discussing the current construction state of Epic Universe. That is right, the brand new theme park that is being built down the road from Universal Orlando Resort. Now, before really diving into it, I want to say a huge thank you to BioReconstruct for being the MVP when it comes down to construction shots, because the photos that they took are going to be the ones that we use for this video and for future videos moving forward. So if you guys haven't done so already, go ahead and check out BioReconstruct on Twitter, because that is where you'll find your most up-to-date look at Epic Universe and more things around the Orlando area. And now the very first thing we're going to look at here is an overhead look of Epic Universe, in which you can see the true size of this massive theme park. And if you look in that back left corner, I'll zoom in so you guys can see, that's where the hotel is going to be, which you can see in this blue sky image right here. And speaking of this blue sky image, we're going to be referring to it quite a lot, just to give you guys a reference point to what we're talking about in certain things. Now we will begin to move our way into the center hub, and as you see this giant circle here, yes, that is where the water fountain feature is going to be. And if you want to see the massive scale of this, just look at the team members that are on top of this. Wow, this is going to be a huge fountain. Now, as we continue through the central hub here, we find another attraction. Well, our first attraction that we're going to talk about today, and it seems as if this is a water-based attraction, which originally it looked like a merry-go-round or like a carousel, but due to some of the framework that's around here, this is obviously a water attraction. And now, moving from one attraction to the next here in the central hub, we see that the footers were placed for the dual racing coaster that is going to be over here on the far right side of Epic Universe. And I gotta say, this is really exciting. I can't wait to see what the layout of this coaster looks like. Now, I don't see this as a coaster having many inversions. I see this being something that's more of a airtime filled with a lot of close moments with the other ride vehicle. Now let's take a step away from the central hub and take our first look at our themed land, which this one is rumored to be How to Train Your Dragon. Now, from the overhead shot, you can see that this is a pretty big sized land, and that there's at least 3 attractions, or 2 attractions and then 1 show building. But one thing we know for sure is that there is a roller coaster here, and that is a family type of roller coaster, which kind of reminds me of Hagrid's, just not as intense just looking at the layout. So that's really cool to see, but it's really awesome to also see this theater attraction that kind of gives me some reminiscence of a Soarin' type of attraction. So maybe we'll see something like that, but themed to How to Train Your Dragon. Now, moving in a clockwise motion, we will go from the How to Train Your Dragon land over to Super Nintendo World, which is the one land that we have that is 100% confirmed for this theme park. And one huge positive to all this is that we can look over to Universal Studios Hollywood or Universal Studios Japan and see how quickly and well this is starting to shape up. However, as of right now, there are no solid features that let you know, hey, this is Super Nintendo World, besides the fact of the giant Mario Kart building. But it's crazy to see how quickly this is coming and how true to form it's staying between all 3 parks. And one thing I will say that is pretty cool to see just being built off the ground up is this Donkey Kong coaster. For the fact that it's going to be a first of its kind, where it's going to leap the track, or it's going to have a false track underneath to make it seem as if you're jumping over the objects. It's just going to be so cool, and I can't wait to ride this and see what it's going to be like. And now we move from the world of Nintendo to a little bit more up and the potential land of monsters. That's right, the rumored location of the Universal Classic Monsters land. And while looking at the overhead shot of this land, you can see that theater that they had planned honestly is gone. It's nowhere near where it's supposed to be, because there are footers in place for a potential roller coaster. That's right, another roller coaster for this theme park. Like, wild. Crazy. But the best part, a potential Universal Monsters roller coaster. And along with that roller coaster, we also have a Kuga arm coaster that is rumored for this location as well. And if you don't know what a Kuga arm coaster is, well, it is the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey type of ride vehicle. However, this one will not be using screen based, it will be mostly practical effects and practical setup. So imagine just Forbidden Journey with nothing but animatronics. It's awesome. But anyways, the show building looks really massive, really big, and then along with this, we also have another building here, which is potentially the brand new Monsters Cafe, and that's what I'm going to call it until I can find out what it is, but it's probably the restaurant that we're going to be eating at. And now we move from the land of monsters to our final rumored land, which is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which can potentially be either Fantastic Beasts, which is probably unlikely, or the most likely option, the Ministry of Magic. Now, this has been rumored for Universal for a really long time. It was originally supposed to take place over Fear Factor, but Fear Factor is still standing. Anyways, I digress. This is about Epic Universe, not about Universal Studios Florida. But anyways, look at the sheer size of this. Wizarding Worlds, to me, have been the most well-themed areas in almost any single theme park. And I already know, without even stepping foot in this land, that it is going to be immersively themed. And I cannot wait to experience this because Universal really knows how to knock it out of the ballpark with these type of lands. Alright guys, and that is all that we can see so far as of November 11th, 2022 from the Epic Universe Construction Update by BioReconstruct. And if you guys like this video, please let me know down below because I will gladly make more videos just like this if you guys truly like them. And in addition to that, if you have any suggestions on what you want to see next, let us know down in the comments because we will try to respond and interact with you as much as we can. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It'll let me know that you guys truly like this video and you want to see more things like this. Along with all of that, please don't forget to subscribe because we are going to try to bring content just like this as much as we can year round. So with all that being said, we truly hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay excellent, my dudes.